Assalaamu'alaikum Warahmatullahi Wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. Welcome to my video presentation. Today I would like to present the material about innovation in teaching grammar. Before I start, let me introduce myself. My name is Nur Laila and I'm one of the students from English Department, State Islamic Institute of Kediri, 6th semester from A class. So, this video is about current issues in CIELT course by Ma'am Dr. Ari Setiabudi Ningrum, MPD, with the title is Grammar as an Innovation Teaching Media in Grammar Mastery. Do you know what is grammar? Okay, so these are our topics today. Include what is grammar monopoly, advantage and disadvantage using grammar monopoly game, include the steps and the current studies with the references. Okay, we're going to have a look about what is grammar monopoly. But I will give you an overview about what is grammar first. So, grammar is a summary of language structure and how language units such as words and phrases are formed into sentences. We can say that grammar is the process of describing the structure of phrases and sentences. Also, grammar is highly valuable as an important part of study of language, of ideas and writing. To conclude, grammar is known as a process rule that sets out a word which is called part of speech. And yeah, considering some of the problem faced by students, especially senior high school students who still find it difficult to remember grammar material and the lack of innovation in teaching media in the classroom, as well as the teachers' lack of attention to the students, many researchers are trying to find a way out of this problem by using grammar. So, what is actually grammar? Grammar stands for Grammar Monopoly Game. That is a media that focuses on honing the brain of students in the recall and review of grammar lesson discussed in the class. Grammar is a cardboard game whose design generally resembles the game Monopoly. It's just that the grammar content matches the grammar material studied in the class. The teacher can adapt the game to the material being studied, such as tenses. Grammar or Grammar Monopoly is an innovative grammar learning media in the form of games that will make it easier for students to remember and apply material that has been learned in school. That's also the reason why I chose this innovation as the strategy of teaching grammar. This grammar monopoly game is quite interesting because monopoly game have been commonly played since long ago. So the teacher tries to innovate using this media in learning because the game has been proven to facilitate students in learning, and this game can be used to improve students' grammar. And here I put the picture of Grammar Monopoly chartboard. You can look like this. Next, we are going to have a look about the advantage and disadvantage of Grammar Monopoly game. First, this is about the advantage of Grammar Monopoly game. It enhances their motivation as they perceive them as fun and enjoyable. It connects to real-life situation. It helps the learner to be creative. And the last, it makes relax and de-stress. Based on rationalization above, it concludes that gambling a grammar monopoly game is an exciting method to do with inside the class, specifically in coaching easy beyond demanding. Next, this is about disadvantage for students. For the first, students feel anxious because the game is in English. Next, some students find games childish. Sometimes students do not know where to start from. and then students must have a large group, and then students learn the game takes too long. Besides, board game also have some challenges for the teacher when they bring board games in their class, such as the English teacher wishes to apply their creativeness to lay out a board game which is suitable for his or her students. Trainer additionally wishes greater time, energy, money, and instruction than the usually teaching. It is due to the fact that the English teacher wishes to put together the board, dice, and playing cards with a view to make sure that the pastime runs well. Next is the steps you must know if you want to use this innovation. Actually, its implementation, the procedure of grammar, is almost the same as a Monopoly game in general. In the original Monopoly has a city name, then the teacher can replace it with hotels A, B, C, and D that has been modified with the topic material chosen or learned. So for carrying out the study, the teacher prepares the cube, counterfeit, money, punishment card, and question card. Before playing the game, students are divided into groups that have 4 students each of them. And then to start, each of the students is asked to roll the cube and take question cards at every place they stop at a hotel. Then they have to answer the question correctly, so they will get the money according to the amount stated. On the contrary, if they cannot answer question, they will get a penalty card. In this game, the one who collects the most money and hotel will win the grammar Monopoly game. And here I give you 3 results of current studies that show the effectiveness of using grammar Monopoly game in teaching grammar. First, based on the result, it can be concluded that grammar can be used as an alternative media in grammar mastery. Based on the results, it is hoped that grammar can be used and make the classroom more attractive and make students more enthusiastic about learning grammar in the future. Second, the result of the grammar board game developed can be used as an alternative and appropriate media for learning English grammar. Grammar board game has managed in making the students' attention span longer and made them more motivated in learning grammar. Grammar board game attracted the students' attention until the class ended and make them easier in learning English grammar. And last, this study found that the students have difficulties when they should make a sentence in the form of simple past tense. Then the teacher redesigned Monopoly game to help the students practicing for make a lot of sentences. Therefore, the researcher find out challenges that faced by the teacher and investigate to handle it. In the conclusion of this study, teacher can redesign a Monopoly game to help the students practicing to make a lot of simple past tense. And the last, it can be concluded that grammar Monopoly is an effective and innovative media to teach grammar, especially tenses. However, the teacher can adapt grammar Monopoly game with other materials too. And last, here I provide the sources of my presentation as my references. Thank you, that's all from me. If you have a question, let's discuss it. Thank you.